See the new light. Yep, on the dashboard.
Hello, hello. Sorry about the delay. We are having technical difficulties, but we are so excited to do a Snapchat training for you guys. It is our favorite platform. So if you're watching the playback, stay tuned. Give us a couple seconds. I want to see if people are going to hop on the live, and then we will get started. We have tons of notes for you guys. And as you're jumping on, let us know that you're here. Hey, Samantha. Sorry, we had problems going live from the computer, so we're on my phone, but that is a-okay. So one of the biggest things with Snapchat is you just have to do it. You just have to be on it. The more you're on it, the more you're going to benefit from it, the more you're going to build your credibility on it, the more people are going to want to watch your stories. So I have Johnny here with me because he was someone that was really against Snapchat to begin with. Like he did not see the purpose of it. He didn't really care for it until I showed him the value of Snapchat. So I wanted to kind of go over some of the basics, and then I also wanted to give you guys examples of how I utilize Snapchat in a sense that it makes people literally inquire to you. Hey Tina, hey Tawny. Lydia says hi. Hey Lydia.
Hi, beautiful baby.
Hey Capri. Okay, so I have Johnny here to kind of help me like stay on track because I have a lot of notes and I don't want to be going all over the place. But the biggest tips that I can give you guys is to personalize it and be creative. So number one, get a Bitmoji, meaning that is like the little sticker of like your avatar basically. So it looks like you, but it's a cartoon, so to say. Snapchat actually bought Bitmoji because it used to be its own separate app, and then they bought it. And now you can, you know, create your own, put it in like your ghost thing where it's like your picture versus the ghost. You can sticker it on top of pictures, on top of videos. You can get so creative with it. And they're constantly changing. So if there's like a holiday, if there's, you know, like something going on, or every day, literally, there's like new ones that are being added. So they're really, really fun. So get your Snapchat set up. Number one, go through the settings, add your birthday, you know, make your username creative to you, whatever you want to brand yourself with. Like mine is Fit Princess, F-I-T-T, and then Princess, because that was kind of like a spin-off of Miss Fitness Princess on my Instagram. So when you're creating your Snapchat, make it something that is relatable to you, and you're kind of stuck with it once you create it. So make sure it's something that you really want. What's yours? I don't even know.
Johnny Jumpman 36.
Johnny Jumpman 36, because his is always, you know, Johnny Jumpman for Facebook and stuff. So, hey Sharon, hey Lisa. Glad you guys could all hop on. This is awesome. Okay. So once you make it, you also want to make your Bitmoji. You want it to look like you. So sometimes it takes, you know, a couple hours to actually get it looking like you. I've had to play with mine. You know, I wanted to do the silver hair. So I had to change it from blonde to silver in my actual Bitmoji. So create it, you know, customizable to you. Like I know Hunter just got a haircut. She should probably go back and look through the Bitmoji and, you know, shorten up your hair a little bit. So that way when it starts growing, because of hair, skin, and nails, people will notice that you also updated your Bitmoji. So little details like that, people do pay attention, especially if they're following you and wanting to join you. They're going to be noticing like you change your Bitmoji, which is, it's kind of fun. It really is.
Plus not even just that, because the Bitmoji does give you an option to kind of, it gives you an option to kind of customize things. So like for a perfect example, they have sport teams. So say that you were to go to like, say you're like, you know, we live in Tampa. So say we were to go to the Rays game, I can actually customize my Bitmoji to have Rays MLB gear on. Mm-hmm. So that way when I'm actually posting my Snapchats, my Bitmoji, instead of it having the normal Jumpman shirt on and pants, it actually has a Rays shirt, and he's wearing a baseball hat that's a Rays baseball hat. So same thing with the NFL, same thing with the NBA, but several different sports teams, they've all got them. So it's just a unique way for you to be able to kind of watermark your pictures and your photos, essentially.
And also, the more effort you put into your Bitmoji, the more people can relate to you. So like he just said, if you use a sports team, and then someone else loves that same team, and then they'll comment on it, and then you guys have something that you guys can talk about. So it helps you build relationships with people. I know it sounds so crazy to think a little avatar can help with that, but it does. Like I have a fitness outfit on mine, and people have commented about that, like, oh, of course you would have the fitness outfit, or hey, we have the same outfit on, you know, with the Bitmoji. So it's just another little like fun thing to do. And honestly, ever since they launched that, I've been more drawn and attracted to Snapchat. So I know it's not just me, it's probably other people too. Okay, so with the Bitmojis, you want to incorporate them into your snap. So if you're taking a picture of, let's say, like right now I'm looking at my desk. If you're taking a picture of your desk, you can put on there, you can just search in the top of the Bitmojis when you add the sticker. You can search like working hard, something like that. So let's see, let me do this. So I'm going to take a picture of my desk. We learned a trick that if you lower the
resolution. So
here's just a picture of my desk, right? And then you want to click on this button right here. No, not that one. The sticker. It's like that little...
Third button down.
It's like that little box. And then you can actually search at the top to add the Bitmojis. So I'm just going to put work hard. And when you just type in work, there's ones that have like you in the office. So then you can put that sticker of you working on top of the picture. And it just adds more creativity. It adds more value to it, and it makes it interesting. So people like will make them small, people will make them big, people will add them to, you can actually even add them to videos. If you're making a video, you can attach it to the video, and then it's going to move with whatever you're moving on the video. So there's a lot of different ways to play with them, but the biggest thing is to just use them. The more you use Snapchat, the more you're going to figure it out and work with it and know what you're doing on it. So that is the biggest thing with that.
Plus, not even just that, guys. Here in the future, you know, Facebook is incorporating that Bitmoji keyboard, because Bitmoji itself it's a separate keyboard. So if you there's a couple different keyboards that you can download as far as for helping you with taking shortcuts and stuff. So one of the big things is like Bitmoji is actually its own keyboard. So when you actually see, I can pull it up real quick and I'll show you. You've got multiple different ways of actually
like
hitting
emojis.
your keyboards.
I was gonna say emoji's a keyboard, and then now Bitmoji is also a keyboard. So
Facebook has it in the code to where eventually you're actually going to be able to comment with Bitmoji. So everything is kind of taking off, and plus with the Bitmoji talking about it, when people respond and reply to your story, you can actually use the Bitmoji keyboard itself to make replies. You can just type in and it'll pull up. And actually, you can reply with that, like you and that person, and it puts both of your Bitmojis together in unique pictures and unique photos. So it's a dope way of being able to kind of communicate with people just as a whole. Because you know, if me and Natalie are messaging back and forth through the actual messenger part of Snap, you can actually take and again, I'm trying to pull it up real quick.
You can write on it. Go ahead. I'll talk. I was gonna say you can just make a snap. He's trying to snap.
I'm making a snap real quick.
He's trying to snap and do work at the same time. Okay. So you guys are probably asking, like, what do we even snap, right? This is the biggest thing I get. You know, other distributors from other teams, they always ask me, like, how do you snap? After we did that Snapchat training on Facebook Live, people are always like, what do you snap? So my biggest advice is to watch other people's snaps so you get inspiration. I find that when I'm going through the story of who I follow, I will go to the same people all the time because they snap good, they snap interesting, they make it fun, they snap different variety of stuff. So when you are on Snapchat, you can scroll through and you can watch other people's stuff, and you guys are probably thinking like, oh, that's not that's not income producing. It actually is, because I watch my potentials and I will interact with them on Snapchat just like I'm on Facebook and on Instagram. So if I have this girl over here that she's been wanting to get hair, skin, and nails, but she just hasn't gotten it yet. And she posts a selfie, I'll say, hey girl, you're looking so good. And I'll just send her that on Snapchat, because now you can actually comment to people while you're watching their story, and it'll send it with that picture in the messenger part of Snapchat. So I'll use that as a way to start a conversation, to do like an indirect follow-up, so that way she knows that I care about her. You know, it's no different than Facebook and Instagram when we tell you guys to go interact on your potential stuff. You can do the same thing on Snapchat. If you see one of your potentials going to like a park with their kid, you can say, oh, where's this at? You know, if they don't have the location on it. But there's a lot of different ways that you can just utilize it. When you look at it as just like the other social media platforms, it's the fastest growing social media platform for a reason. So we need to keep up with the times, and eventually it's gonna kick Facebook's butt because there's no algorithm on it. So you can post literally all day long, but you don't want to over snap. That's another thing. There's
just really quick.
Go ahead.
So I just wanted to show you guys. So see, like Hunter just sent me a Snapchat. Okay, she just sent me a Bitmoji snap. That's hers and that's mine, and we comment back and forth. So let me pull up my Bitmoji keyboard.
Right there.
It's photos, baby.
Oh, just kidding.
I'm like, hang on, no.
Yours looks different.
Yeah, because I have multiple keyboards. I have several keyboards, so I use a different
You don't
keyboard.
even know where it is.
I'm like, hang on here real quick.
Okay.
Well,
It's not there. I don't know. He's got Google keyboards and all this.
this is it was right there. It just pulled up. Okay, I'm like real quick. So as you can see, it's got it already kind of puts all of your Bitmojis in the ones that are most frequently.
Slide it.
So you can slide. You can actually type in which one. So say for example, I typed in family, and you search. You know, it'll pop up with different ones for you, and then you can type in. Now, naturally, some of them are going to pop up. Some of them are going to pop up with different, you know, combinations. So, like, because we're messaging back and forth, if it's one that can combine two, again, it's just a way of you guys being able to kind of.
And it makes it more personal too. So, like, if someone sends me a message, I will always try and find a Bitmoji of me and them together and send it back. It just builds that relationship better, I feel like. Tina asked, how do you create a Bitmoji? I literally just started Snapchat. Well, welcome to Snapchat. That's awesome. It's an app, so you can download the Bitmoji app, or in your Snapchat settings, it'll say create Bitmoji, and then you can click on it. So like at the top, it'll say edit Bitmoji. So it's literally all connected right now on Snapchat because they just bought it. So it's one and the same basically. It'll just redirect you probably to the other app unless they've combined it somehow already. So the biggest thing when it comes to what to post, let me go back to that real quick. I wrote down some things. So you guys can post selfies. You guys can post videos of your kids, of your animals, like whatever is interesting. So think of Facebook Live, but dumb it down to shorter snippets. Like Vine. Vines used to be big. It's kind of like that. Little short videos. You don't want to really post rants of you talking on there, you know, so people have to tap through for like 5 minutes of you just talking. That's boring. That's what Facebook Live is for. So when I see someone talking, I just go through it. I don't even care what they have to say because I'm like, they're ranting about something. So keep it simple on Snapchat. The simpler you keep it, like where people can tap through and see your day within like a minute or two, that's probably max. So throughout the entire day, I'm constantly Snapchatting, like me going to the post office, me, you know, Johnny just cooked something, so I'll Snapchat the soup. And the more you snap, the more your picture, your little circle goes to the top of everyone else's story. So I don't usually send people like a lot of snaps. I'll just post it to my story so that way people can watch it if they want to watch it. So there's a reason why Facebook and Instagram launch stories. It's because they're trying to compete with Snapchat. The more you snap, the more your picture is up at the top, the more people are going to click on you. Because if you just snap once a day, people are probably not going to watch your stuff. I'll be honest with you. So I'm challenging all of you guys this month, focus on Snapchat and watch how your business explodes. I get 3 to 10, sometimes 15 leads a week from Snapchat alone because that's where I put my energy. That's where people are at. People communicate on Snapchat now. I've had potentials reach out to me on Snapchat, but we've already text messaged, we've chatted on Facebook, but they will continue a conversation on Snapchat. It's the craziest thing. I just had an older distributor also reach back out to me on Snapchat, like, hey, how are you making money with that business? And I haven't talked to her, you know, forever. So people will communicate on Snapchat and they won't text you back. It's the craziest thing, but people are on it, and that's what that shows. So another thing that I wanted to talk about is how to grow your network on Snapchat, and then I'll give some examples of what you guys can snap. So sync your contacts. When you play around with the settings, there'll be a place that you can sync your contacts from your phone, and I think also from like Facebook. They're starting to link everything together. And I don't add everyone. I just add the people that I want. You know, like I had, like my landlord was on Snapchat. I really don't want to add her on Snapchat. You know, so I'll add people that I want to build a relationship with, basically. And then I'll also look for snap codes on Facebook. So anytime you see someone that says drop your Snapchat codes, you need to drop yours, number one, and then also like the other people's comments, and then also add them. Always use your picture because it's faster. When you save the pictures, there's a way to add people just by clicking on the pictures in your camera scroll. So instead of typing the names, you can just post a screenshot of your picture. I know a lot of you guys have followed in our footsteps by putting your snap code on your Facebook as like the featured photo, and that has really helped to grow my following over the last year with it. And I know probably you guys can say the same.
Guys, I get 5 to 10 people a day right now that are adding me because my snap code is there on the front, and it wasn't that way beforehand. Before it would only be like shouting out. So kind of a unique way, because Facebook, if you are trying to get snap codes, don't do one of those posts that says, "Hey guys, drop your Snapchat." I will tell you,
find other people's posts.
That used to work, and there would be 150, 200 comments. Facebook limits the word Snapchat. They limit the ghost emoji because they know what is that related to. So use that search feature at the top and type in Snapchat, snap codes, watch my snap, and you'll find your friends have already posted that, and you can go through and add a whole bunch of their people that are on Snap, and then add yours as well. And you'll be surprised because those people, the way Snapchat works, there's not a maximum, from what we know as of yet, there's not a maximum amount of friends that you can actually follow. So if you get on there and you've got 200 of them, does that suck to sit there and have to type in 200 names? Yes, but that's 200 people that maybe 150 of them add you back, and now they start watching your snaps and they have no idea who you are. And people, I've never had anybody message me and go, who are you? Why are you messaging me? Or why are you adding me on Snapchat?
People are so much friendlier on Snapchat. Like, they'll just add you back and then watch your stuff. That is exactly how I just sold the system last night. I found her on Instagram, and this is a great way to grow your network on Snapchat, okay? So when you're adding people on Instagram, people will have the little snap ghost, or it'll say SC, and then a name. Let's say Brittany with 2 E's, okay? That is their Snapchat. It'll just say SC, and then colon, and then a username. Take 2 seconds when you see that on Instagram. Go to your Snapchat, add friend with the username, and then go back to Instagram to whatever you're doing. I do this at night. I follow like 50 to 200 people every night on Instagram, and I'll probably add at least 5 to 10 people on Snapchat because I found their username or their actual picture if they post it as a picture on Instagram, and then I'll add them on Snapchat. So yes, it takes a little bit of time to grow your network on Snapchat, but it is the best way. It's where I get the most leads from. So that is why I'm putting so much emphasis on it, because you guys, that is how I just signed the system. I just found her on Instagram, added her on Snapchat. She commented on one of my Instagram photos, and then she also messaged me on Snapchat. And then I commented back on Instagram, and she's like, "Wait, girl, I'm already texting you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, sorry." But that's how she found me. But it's kind of like they know who you are because you're following them on Instagram, so then when you add them on Snapchat, it's not weird, if that makes sense. It's a way for them to kind of get to know you on 2 levels at once, but they're more likely to comment to you on Snapchat than Instagram. It's just how people communicate nowadays. So that is what found has really worked for me, and that's why I want to really emphasize growing your network on Snapchat.
So you hit your button here at the top, okay, and it pulls up your page. You're going to hit Add Friends, and it gives you a couple different options as to how you want to add.
Screen down.
As to how you want to add people, okay? So you hit the middle one where it says.
Turn your screen down. The brightness.
It goes down, baby.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got a couple different ways, and you see, I saved a photo here. I saved one of the screenshots. You would just click on it and see how it scans it. It automatically adds.
So quick.
You can do it again, scans it, and it automatically adds. Add friend. So if you go through and you're seeing a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of snap codes,
I save them, and then at the end of my night, I'll go back and I'll just click them, and it adds people. So it's a little bit longer than just, adding a friend or following, but it's so much faster when you have the pictures. That is why I will always drop my picture if people are asking for Snapchats. I will never write out my username because it takes longer for someone to copy and paste, add that in as the username, and then add you. They're more likely to save a picture and then just tap it. It eliminates typing and copying and pasting. It's so much faster. And you can upload multiple people. So that's why people say drop your Snap codes. Your ghost thing is your code. So people want the codes, the pictures, because it's faster.
Not even just that too. Another quick side note. So again, say you have your picture here pulled up. If somebody actually takes and takes a picture of your code itself.
So if you're hanging out with your friend and you both have Snapchat pulled up, they can take a picture of your code, and then it'll automatically prompt the other person to say, do you want to add this person? You say yes. So when I was working in the clubs, that's how I would add people on Snapchat because it's fast. So, you know, when you're bartending a bottle server, you got to be moving around. I didn't have time to get their number to, you know, build that relationship with writing, you know, their contact info. So I would just be like, what's your Snap? Pull up your Snap, and then I would take a picture of their ghost, and it automatically adds it to my Snapchat, and then that's how I would follow up with them, like, did you like your service last night, you know, whatever the case is, and then I could follow up with them to rebook them, or you guys can use that to follow up with them, like, hey girl, did you still want those wraps? If you met someone out in public that was interested in the wraps, you can, you know, follow up with them on Snapchat if they don't want to give out their number, whatever. It's just easier. Be like, hey, do you have your Snap? It's kind of like the new way of asking for contact info too. Let me turn this back on.
And then, I think the big thing is whenever it comes to Snapchat, guys, understand that, like, you're not, it takes time, just like anything else. It's a social media platform. You're not going to know everything about it. You're not going to be able to perfect it. I've been utilizing it now for about the last year and a half, and Natalie still tells me stuff all the time, and I'm like, wow, okay, I didn't know that.
I think I started using it like 5 years ago, so I've been on it for a long time. But that's why I love it so much, because it's been very, very beneficial. So the biggest thing too, when it comes to what you're snapping, you want to keep it diversity. You don't want to just snap it works stuff. I follow a lot of it works distributors on Snapchat, and it's always just it works, and it's too much. No, it's no different than Facebook and Instagram. So you want to, you know, take a picture of you in the gym. If you're going to the gym and you're on Snapchat, like you use Snapchat, you need to be snapping yourself in the gym. We are a health and lifestyle company, so people want that motivation. When they see you leading by example of working out, eating healthy, when you're cooking, put products, you know, behind your kitchen stove or whatever. Go to the gym and take a workout video of you doing leg extensions and say, you know, I'm so thankful for my new you for building my muscle faster. Like, get creative with it in the gym, especially. If you go to the gym, you have to be snapping, because that is what's going to motivate your potentials to reach out to you to start their own health and fitness journey. So it's behind the scenes with Snapchat. So you can definitely go to the gym and snap. Like, you should be snapping every single time you go to the gym, because that's what people want to see. When I used to do my Instagram videos, I used to always post my workout videos, and that's, people would tell me, like, I look forward to seeing you work out because it helps me, you know, it motivates me to work out. So I know everyone that's on here goes to the gym at least, you know, 3-4 times a week. You guys should always be snapping yourselves in the gym. And then here, I'm going to go into the examples. So the one with the gym, it was, okay, selfie at the gym. So you can take a selfie in the mirror. You can take a selfie, you know, all sweaty, with the filter on, you know, flip the camera, however you want to do it. And you can say, love how Thermal Fit makes me burn more calories. That's it. And then just type that on the picture. Keep it simple. You guys don't have to be saying who wants to be my product model. You don't have to be saying 40% off Thermal Fit. No. Don't try to sell. Say that you are using the products. Act like you're just a loyal customer, okay? Not a distributor. Pretend you aren't selling the stuff, and it'll come off better, because then it's less salesy, it's less desperate. You don't always want to be pitching it to people. You just want to show people that you're using it. And when you do that, that is attraction marketing. That is what's going to make people come to you. Because when you are just throwing it out there like it's in your everyday routine, so anytime you're taking a supplement, you know, your greens in the morning, that should be incorporated somehow, whether it be a video of you mixing it, whether it be you drinking it with, you know, a clear glass and you can see the greens. Like, it needs to be a part of your snap routine, because people want to see that consistency. When they see you taking it every single day, then they're gonna take it every single day. I've had my own loyal customers message me on Snapchat, say, oh, thanks for snapping your greens. I totally would have forgot today if I didn't see your picture. So it's also like you're being your loyal customers' accountability partner when you're doing your own routine. You know, these people are trusting in us with their health goals and their fitness goals, so we need to also play the part for them to stick with it, because if they stick with it, then our paychecks stick with it. Make sense?
And not even just that, kind of going with what Natalie said with the consistency of the products, we want to make sure that it's also a means of you being able to reach out and kind of refresh with those people. Because, guys, whenever it comes to consistency and it comes to dedication on something, anything in life, 90%, 9 out of 10 people give up. They just give up. It's work ethic. When it comes to the gym, when it comes to business, when it comes to taking supplements, 9 times out of 10, most people just, they don't have dedication and consistency. So helping them, it does give that means. And touching on what Natalie was talking about with taking photos in the gym, you want to know the quickest conversation starter and how to get yourself potentials every single day? Twice a day, find a different person to take a Snapchat for you. Hey, by the way, do you mind taking a snap of me real quick? I get paid to post on social media, and I need a post.
So take empties of products, or take the products with you to the gym, and you can even, you know, snap the new you with the gym background. And then if people look at you funny, good. Be like, oh, sorry, I'm just working my business. And people are going to be like, well, what's your business? So it's a conversation starter. We have to get out of our comfort zones with Snapchat and with, you know, taking videos in the gym. Ask someone that's like a potential, or someone that you've already talked to. Like, you know, there's a girl over there that works out that you guys probably always work out at the same time. And she's always kind of been nice, friendly. Say, hey, do you mind taking a video of me real quick? And then take a video of you working out on Snapchat, and then that's just going to build a relationship with you and that potential. So it's a kind of an icebreaker too, because then you can say, hey, are you on Snapchat, by the way? Add yourself. And then you guys start following each other, and then she's going to start seeing your product posts. She's going to start seeing your lifestyle posts, which I'm going to give you guys examples of. And then that is how you're going to get that potential to reach out to you, you know, in person or on Snapchat, because people love behind the scenes. That's why Facebook Live was such a big hitter at first, because it was behind the scenes, right? It was showing, you know, more than just a post. It was showing more of real life. And with Snapchat too, like, I love doing videos on Snapchat because I can retake it if I mess up. So you guys can put the funny filters on and just talk into the camera like you're a mouse, and it definitely will help, because then people see that you're a real person as well. You know, I'll snap Johnny dancing, he'll snap me dancing, like funny stuff. And you just got to be creative with it and keep it fun and entertaining.
You give your phone to somebody and you literally tell them, yeah, do you mind taking a photo of me, or mind taking a picture of me real quick because I get paid to post on social media, and you don't say anything at all else about it, or offer them the business or try to talk to them at all about it, I can guarantee you 100% when they go to give you your phone back, they're going to go, how do you get paid to post on social media? And guess what? That is right there is either a way for you to get their contact information, or to sit there and tell them about the business opportunity. You want to know how I know this? Because I do this every single day.
Yep.
Every single day. Sometimes I don't even post a photo, or I won't even post a video, because it was a terrible video, and they didn't walk around, they didn't move, like it was a bad angle. But I had the opportunity to be able to talk. So not only next time when I go into the gym, it's not awkward for me to actually be like, hey man, do you mind taking another video of me? And then it's the same thing, it's conversation starter, but every single time I get potentials from it. So that's why now when I'm going to the gym, I'm at the gym for 4 hours, because everybody's wanting to know, like, how's your business? What's going on? But they're following, they're seeing, they're watching, and they're on my Snapchat. They're on my Facebook. They're seeing the content.
So it's also like you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone, because you're posting on social media while you're snapping. So you're doing your online presence, and then you're also building relationships in person with people when you have to ask them to, you know, snap, or, you know, get a good angle, or whatever the case is. So it's like you're working your business in person and on Snapchat at the same time. So that's also a good point with it. I would say every 5 to 10 snaps should be it works. So I will have like a selfie of me with it works. That already counts as it works. I won't snap a picture of like the product until a couple after. You don't just want it to be green, you know, as you're tapping through the screen. You want it to be interesting. When you hold it down, you can also swipe, and you can add different like locations. They'll have different filters on Snapchat, as well as different Bitmojis that you guys can add to them, and they're always customizable with like the time and the date and what's going on in your life at that point. So it's kind of crazy how they like are on top of that, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys some examples of what you can do on Snapchat. These have worked for me in the past. And it's also one of those things that you can't just do it once and expect it to work. You need to constantly be putting effort into your snaps. It's no different than any other social media. So if you're trying to do a lifestyle post on social media, but you don't post about your life and your lifestyle, it's not going to work. So I'm posting, just waking up and it's 12 o'clock. Some of you don't do this full time, but that's what I've started doing because I do this full time. Or you can do, you can just snap filters of you at, so let's say selfie of you and or the baby. If you want to have your baby in the picture or animal, you can put this on the actual picture, like right on it. Worked all day, but helping other mamas right now feel better in their skin because of the wraps, and put a heart. That's all you have to say. So I'm going to repeat that. Worked all day. So if you have a full-time job, no problem. Worked all day, but helping other mamas right now feel better in their skin because of the wraps. So then other women are going to see that and they're going to be like, well, how is she helping people? And then, well, what are the wraps? How do they feel better? I want to feel better too. And then they're going to start watching you and they're going to start seeing what you're doing. And then after that selfie of you and the baby, you can post a before and after picture of, someone with the wraps. Sometimes they come up sideways. Don't post them sideways. That doesn't look good. Take a screenshot of it, recrop it, or put it in Insta size and then upload it. So sometimes it takes effort, but it's no different than you would be writing a lifestyle post for 2 hours on Facebook. So this is definitely faster, but it's sometimes you have to play with it. I hope they'll fix it, but sometimes when you go to upload a picture, it's sideways. So I don't recommend doing that. Always try and fix it so that way it looks straight. You want your snap story to look clean. The cleaner and more time you put into it, the more people are going to continuously watch you. I don't watch people's snaps that it's sloppy, it's like all grainy, they don't have the flash on. Like, you want it to look good. Take pride in your snap story. It's no different than what your Instagram reel or your Facebook story, or your Facebook timeline looks like.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly. And you get better as you go. It takes practice. Okay, so here's another example. Picture of a pool or lake on the weekend. Let's say you work a 9 to 5. On the weekends, you're going to do adventure stuff, okay? You're going out and about, on an adventure or whatever. You can just take a selfie, with the lake behind you or the pool behind you, or take a picture of the actual lake or pool and say, love being able to work my side business on the weekend from anywhere I go on my phone. That's all you have to put. And people are going to be like, well, what does she mean side business? Well, what does she mean from her phone? Like, what business? What is she doing? You want to post things that make people wonder, that make people want to inquire to you, like, what are you doing? That's the whole point of attraction marketing. We're not posting, looking for 5 people that also want to work from the pool. Like, people they don't understand that's not as effective as saying what you're doing. I love being able to work from the pool on my phone on the weekend with my side business. People are going to be like, whoa, what does that mean? So you want to kind of make people jealous in a sense, in a way that you're not really, that's where I got the idea, Tani, because Stephanie's going to the mountains. So, and also if you guys are uploading, if you don't have service, I know Steph said she might not have service, you can still upload it. And then when you do get service, you can just tap it and then it'll go through. So sometimes we have to do that. Like if we're like at an arena or something and there's no cell service, you can still snap. And then, we had to do that for conference. And then eventually you can double tap, you can tap them and then it'll load. So it kind of like saves it in there, kind of like Instagram used to with airplane mode. So yeah, you can still incorporate, your weekend, even if you don't have cell service. If you're going out and about, say that you're working your business, even if you're not, okay? Even if you're not talking to someone about making money with you on your phone, you can still say that you are. Sometimes I say I'm signing people up and I'm not. You have to act like you're busy and you're booming and your business is going great.
That is fake it till you make it. That is the aspect of trying to get people, psychology-wise, of trying to get people to connect with you through social acceptance. Because people are more inclined to join something that other people are joining. People are more inclined to by the system if you make a post about, just welcome 2 girls to the system challenge. They're ready to kick their weight loss journey off. People are going to be messaging you going, okay, well, wow, okay, people are buying this. What's the system? And that's exactly what it is. So it's a psychology trick, but it works.
And every time you guys sign someone up, you need to be posting about it. Always. But if you haven't signed someone up, you can still post like you just did. And it's also law of attraction. You're putting it out in the universe. You're speaking it into existence. And then you're probably going to sign someone up. I played around with this, and it definitely works. So also in my calendar, a little side note, I'll like write signing LC on like next Friday. And I don't have anyone scheduled, but then magically I sign an LC. So it's like you're putting it out into the universe for it to happen. Another example is take a selfie in bed of just like your face with a filter on it, so it puts makeup on you. You look good. And then you can say, helping 2 mamas make an extra $500 before Halloween or before Christmas, if you're watching this, after the fact, from working on their phones. Screenshot for more info. So you can make people also inquire to you by taking screenshots, and you can write at the bottom of it, screenshot for more info. I have done this sometimes. I don't do this all the time because you want to keep, you want to vary it up. You don't always want to act like you're needing people or you're wanting people. Sometimes they just need to watch you for a little bit, and then you can throw that one out there where it says like screenshot for more info. Who wants to make an extra $300 to $500 a month working from their phones in bed? Screenshot for more info. But I only do that like once a week, once every other week. I don't do that often, maybe even less than that sometimes.
You don't want to look needy, because somebody that looks needy doesn't look busy, and you don't look like you're in demand. So it's the same thing when it comes to your posting. If you're looking needy in your post, people aren't going to join you. Whereas, again, if you look like you're signing people up and you're not asking for people to join you, people are more inclined to reach out.
Yep. Okay, so those are example of lifestyle posts. Now let's do product posts. Come on.
Yeah.
So you can take whenever you look good, take a selfie with your hair looking all good, okay? This is going to be for hair, skin, and nails. And
sorry, Tootsie Pop.
And you can, take a selfie, one of the Snapchat filters, make it look good. And then you can just write on the picture, looking for 2 ladies that want to grow their hair out. That's it. Keep it simple. And then the next Snapchat, so then you upload a picture, a before and after picture. That's it. Let the pictures do the selling for you. On Snapchat, it is so easy to just upload. Like it takes 2 seconds to post, and then you're gonna get more people reaching out to you. That's why it's like it's so incredible how fast you can get leads from Snapchat if you actually put your energy and effort into it. Sometimes I also, I've literally done this like once every 6 months, so I don't do this often. I don't recommend doing this until after you yourself have really been putting effort into your Snapchats, meaning snapping at least, over a minute long of different snaps throughout the day, and getting your snap game up. So when you're looking at your snaps and you can see how many people viewed it, that number should go up every week. That should be your goal. You should see, okay, maybe only 20 people watch my snap today, over 24 hours. And then the next week you should aim for 40. So you should be growing your network. You should be using it more. You should be making it more interesting, making it more fun. And then that number should keep steadily going up. So that's kind of how I gauge if I'm snapping good or if I'm over snapping or if I'm doing too much product. I'll watch my number of how many viewers I have. If I notice the number drops like from one snap to the next, then I know people are going off of that snap. They're just not watching it anymore because it's boring. So I kind of pay attention to how many viewers to get a gauge as to how I'm doing. It's kind of like a report card in a sense. So with that being said, you can also, if you take a pretty selfie and you say looking for 2 people that want to grow out their hair, I don't recommend using the word product tester, product model anymore. That's overplayed. People know that you're just trying to sell them if you do that. So you have to trick people. I'll be honest with you.
Someone told me this last weekend whenever I was talking to potentials, okay? This was quote from somebody who does not do It Works. I can always tell when it's the end of the month because all I keep seeing are these posts that are going, I need product models, I need mermaid hair models, I need hair testers, and they started using terminology from our business that people have used because they start seeing the consistency with it. So the problem is when you're doing that, first off, Facebook and Instagram, they know that. Same thing with Snapchat. People are going to see the snap and they're going to go, oh, okay, so this is a product post. And people do not like to be pitched. They don't want something that looks like advertisement.
So that's why I'm saying looking for 2 ladies that want to grow their hair out, because that has gotten me, I think, 10 or 15 leads alone on Snapchat for hair, skin, and nails at 1 month. I signed 12 people for hair, skin, and nails in 1 month, and like 10 or 5 or 6, a lot of them were from Snapchat because of posts like this. So what I'm telling you guys has worked for me, and it can also work for you if done the right way. So you can send that out to people. So when you take a good selfie and you say looking for 2 ladies that want to grow their hair out, you can go through and pick people that you think would want to do it, or potentials you've talked to in the past. Even if you talk to them about different products, they've probably still, had an interest about hair, skin, and nails. So hair, skin, and nails is one that I really focus on because it's an easy sell. It's $33. People get hooked on it. I have a girl that's been ordering for a year now because they're awesome vitamins. I've been taking them for over a year now. So it's an easy sell. It really is, especially if you need like a fast start now, like you're almost at your deadline for a month. I would definitely recommend pushing hair, skin, and nails. So you can send it to individual people, but for the most part, I upload everything on my story because I don't want to be annoying. When you're annoying on Snapchat, people will unfollow you and they'll never watch your Snap again. So you have to keep them entertained. But if you do it every like 6 months, every 4 months, where you kind of ask people if they want to grow their hair, I don't recommend saying he wants to lose weight and sending that out. Like people are gonna get insulted. But hair, skin, and nails is like a safe one. I even tried it with guys where I uploaded a before and after of a guy with hair, skin, and nails, and I sent it to my guy friends. Some guy even got kind of salty with me. He's like, "Oh, are you saying I need this?" And I'm like, "No, I'm sending it out to my guy friends." Like it's sometimes touchy, but that's why you have to do it with a selfie, because then people won't get offended, so to say. And then it's personal. It's you, even if you want to, take a picture of the vitamins and say, like, I'm so thankful for these because they grew my hair out, and hold them in your hand. The more product pictures that you can take with you and your nails, people pay attention to this, holding the products, the better your credibility is, because then people know that you're using the products. So another thing
I like to do my gym progress photos. I like to do progress photos on there, and I feel like people do look forward to seeing it. They want to see the consistency. So if you are doing your own hair, skin, and nails challenge, posting, twice a week, wearing, I would always recommend that you wear the same shirt, the same top, and you're taking the photo, so that way people can actually see the growth. But there's nothing wrong with posting your own before and after photos, very much so, on there, because again, people want to see that you're using the products, and it gets the belief, very much so.
And, just think of ways to incorporate the products into your real life on Snapchat. Like, I am writing thank you cards right now to my loyal customers, ones that have, spent a lot of money, or they've been, my loyal customers for a while. This is something I just recently started doing. And my fingers were hurting, from writing, because I don't write anymore. I'm not in school. I don't have to write. I'm always on my phone. So I was like, okay, maybe I should take Relief. So I went and got the Relief, and then I held it and I took a picture of Relief. This is on my Snapchat right now. You guys can go look at it. And I said, writing out thank you cards and need this because my fingers hurt or whatever. And it's funny, it incorporates a product into your everyday life. So it's not like you're trying to sell it. You're just showing people that you're taking it and it's fixing a solution. So that's the biggest thing, is we want to fix, or it's a solution to fix a problem. So we want to always, whenever we're trying to sell something, we want to fix a problem for someone. So when you snap your greens, I know a lot of you guys probably take the greens. If you're like on the way to work, if you're in the morning, say baby kept me up all night, this is my lifesaver, and then just like take a picture of the greens, and people are gonna be like, well, what's that? Why is that a lifesaver? So when you just like do things to make people ask questions, don't give them all the information. Don't give them all the facts of it. You don't have to always take a picture of the product. You can just take a selfie and say, I'm smiling because I just had my greens today, or my Confiance, or whatever. Think of ways to get creative with your selfies, with your snaps, your product posts, where it's not like you're selling it. Like I said before, act like you're just a loyal customer using the products. Think of like other stuff that you used to snap before it works, and then it becomes like second nature. Like when you're excited about a new mascara or a new whatever it is, you're probably going to tell people about it. This is no different. Just take the pressure off that you're trying to sell it, and that is when you'll get loyal customers.
I keep empties in my gym bag, and I will literally be sitting there in the gym, like on all fours with my phone, like with dumbbells in the background, trying to take pictures and taking different pictures. You know what I mean? Guys, I literally do. I get people all the time that walk up and they're like, what is that? What is it? It's fitness supplements, okay? There's been, if you were to ask, there's an interview that was done, I believe it was Forbes. I read a lot from Forbes stuff. It's an interview that's done on Forbes about people in general, and they asked a whole routine of questions, and they said basically, if there's two things that you could work on, two things that you could become knowledgeable about in life, what is it? People said, my health and money. Health and success. That is what I want to become knowledgeable in. When you're down and you're taking product photos in the gym where people are already working out and it's fitness products, people are, if they see you, they're going to ask you, what is that? What is that? What is that? The other day I was sitting at the front of Crunch, and I'm sitting there in a chair, and I was waiting on a lady to get out of the massage bed, and I'm taking photos of a product, and the two guys that work there standing behind the register, they know that I do It Works. They come walking up and they're like, hey bro, so what is that supplement? What is it? So I'm not when you're talking to people about what a product is or about what a supplement is that you're sitting there and you're taking a photo of, don't say, oh yeah, you need to be taking this, because again, now you're coming off as salesy. They're not going to. I just told them, I said, yo man, I started taking this. It's my recovery supplement. It's helping me sleep better, and it's putting a little bit extra lean muscle mass on me, and that's it. And I don't. Yeah, but if you're interested, then yo, let's exchange numbers. I already got their numbers. I have them on social media. They're going to see the post. So then once you do that, they see you taking pictures. When you go to post that photo, they're going to. I can guarantee you, regardless of what the social media platform is, when you take that photo and they actually see the photo that they came up and inquired, they're going to read the post. Yep. So that's when you allow the post to do the selling.
Steph, it's not annoying posting the greens every day on multiple platforms. I don't think so, because that shows that you love them, that you're passionate about them. The way that Jessica Pearson blew up and signed so many loyal customers and was getting paid over $2,000 as an executive was because she was constantly posting her results about the wraps every day. She said, I think, right? Every day, every other day, always posting about the wraps. So when you find a product that you love and you post about it all the time, that shows consistency, especially on different platforms. I will do that on purpose. I will post about hair, skin, and nails on Snapchat, on Facebook, and on Instagram, but in different ways. And that's like a follow-up within a follow-up, because it shows different posts on everything. So then it's like they're seeing it more, so it's less times they need to see it before they inquire that they're interested in it.
She posted the same exact photo, for a year straight, every single day, multiple times on Instagram. Yep. This is back when you made a post, there wasn't really much of an algorithm as far as for throwing stuff up. So it's very much so consistency, and not only just that, guys, you don't want to take a different photo of a different supplement every single day. People need to see the consistency in the products. Now, granted, there's nothing wrong with taking one photo and having one different product every single day. I'm not saying don't do that. But you do want to make sure that you're showing consistency with a same product, whether it's hair, skin, and nails or greens.
What I'll do is I'll push it for like a week. Like I'll push hair, skin, and nails for a week, and then I'll back off. So decide right now, if you've been posting a lot about greens, keep posting about greens. You might feel like you're over posting to yourself, but not everyone's going to see everything. They're just not, because people aren't obsessed with their phones unless they work on social media. So I will like push a product and then I'll back off. Same thing with product posts in general. Like end of the month, I posted way more product stuff than normal. Now I'm switching it back into lifestyle posts and getting away from posting so much product, because you don't want to lose your audience. You still want to be interesting and like you're not trying too hard, if that makes sense. So the biggest thing, you guys, is just be consistent on Snapchat. Always be posting on it, and grow your network on it, because the faster you grow your network on it, the more leads you're going to get. Anything else?
No, that's really it. I mean, the biggest thing I think is that you do connect with a different group of people, because again, from Forbes, it's 57% of people stick primarily to one social media platform. If you're utilizing multiple social media platforms, like obviously we do, because we work business through social media. Most people, they do primarily Facebook, primarily Instagram, primarily Snapchat. So this is the reason why you want to make sure that you are being consistent in hitting the three, even if it's just a post on Facebook, a post on post on Instagram, and then you're snapping. It's fine, because guys, I have people that reach out to me that have never liked any of my content on Facebook, none at all. Okay. They shoot me a message on Facebook saying, hey bro, I just watched your Snap. And I'm like, why aren't you messaging me on Snap? But these are people that I've known, and then some of these people are people that I've deleted off of Facebook. But again, you can leave them on Snapchat, because I see that they watch my Snap. And it's people like the people that you go to middle school with, the people that I went to high school with, the people I went to college with. that they don't engage on my content on Facebook, they're on my Snapchat. They watch my story every day and they reach out.
People will stalk you on Snapchat and you won't even know that they know who you are anymore. Like, it's the weirdest thing. It's what it is. It's the newest and latest and greatest. I feel like I'm always saying that, but it is. And the quicker you start building your influence on there and your network and interacting and using it, the more business you're gonna get. It's been a game changer for us. I've been preaching this now for like a year now, I feel like, and it's one of those things that we have to adapt and overcome with the times. People just love it. The kids are always on it too. So we just went to dinner with my cousin and she had so much fun with the Snapchat filters, and I know other families and kids are on there too. So then
sure, most of you guys have kids. I'm
right.
sure your kids probably know how to use Snapchat better than you do.
So then the moms and the parents are always going to be kind of looking on it too. So it's like people will always stalk you on it. And it's the newest up and coming, and there's no algorithm, so we can do whatever we want with it. So
plus the big thing too is 77% of Snapchat users actually come from the United States, okay? Or they come from the United States and Europe, the combination of the two. Guys, our business is primarily based in the US and Europe. Throw Canada in there and it's like 88% of Snapchatters, because it's not all over the globe as of yet. Like, it's not in some of the other, it's not in like India and China. It's not in those countries. It's in the countries that we primarily push product to. So utilizing the platform, if you feel like you're overposting on social media, guess what? It gives you a means to not be able to overpost. A lot of the stuff that we're telling you guys as well, you can take and you can utilize a lot of the different features for the Facebook stories and for Instagram stories. Obviously the filters are a little bit different, but a lot of the stuff we're telling you implements on that as well. And I think the biggest thing is if you're going to be utilizing multiple stories between Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, make sure that you're throwing variation in there as well. It's just like anything else.
Sometimes you can save your snap and then
sure.
upload it on the stories. That's totally fine. Or you can just take it on multiple platforms. Like sometimes I'll retake it on everything, or sometimes I'll just save it if I'm busy. Like I'll just save it and I'll just upload it. So there's nothing wrong with doing that sometimes, but you still need to keep it interesting and keep it different. So I will post always more on Snapchat than anywhere else because it's behind the scenes. It's what I love, and it's the funnest and it's the quickest. You guys, if you guys are complaining you don't have time, you need to be on Snapchat more and forget about making all these posts on Facebook once a day, obviously still on Facebook, but take less pressure off of yourself for Facebook and Instagram, and you'll find that you might even love Snapchat more and it might work better for you. So I'm challenging you guys this month, focus on Snapchat and let's make it a September to remember. All right, thanks you guys.